Hi everyone, we are back in my kitchen and we're going to make another really amazing Passover recipe. Today we're going to make something called charoset. Starts with a chet and it's called charoset. It's one of the items that's on our Seder plate and it's so delicious and sweet, a little bit crunchy, and we're going to get to work. So first we're going to start, I'm going to wash my hands, of course. I had so much fun seeing all of you guys last week and so much fun at the assembly, seeing so many students. I was so excited that everyone could make it. Okay, so now that we have clean hands, I'm going to show you some of the things that go into my charoset. My family is Sephardic, which means they come from the Middle East, Morocco, Africa area. And so my charoset might look a little different than your family's. So what we're going to start with is an apple, a nice sour apple, some cinnamon, some nuts. You don't have to use nuts if you're allergic to nuts, but we're going to use them today because we're not at Hebrew school, and some dates. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our dates out. And dates are really amazing. They're almost like candy that grow on trees. They look kind of funny, but they're soft and they're sweet and they're so delicious. So what I did is my dates were microwaved for about 3 minutes. So now look, they're nice and soft. They squish and they come apart really easily. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to take these and put them in a food processor. So I'll show you guys what that looks like. A food processor is basically a big kitchen utensil or appliance that has a blade. I don't know if you could see the blade, but it's going to mush up our dates, and that will be really awesome. So we're going to put it on. And we want our dates to be nice and mushy. Amazing. And we're going to get a spatula. We're going to get them moving. Spatula. And we're going to give it another buzz. And I'll let you see from here. We're going to get them going one more time. That's so they all can get cut by the blade. You can see. Amazing. So now what we do with our charoset is we're going to put it in a bowl. So now it's in this paste and it smells so sweet. Whoops. That's our blade. And we'll wash that. And we'll get all of our mushed up dates in to our bowl. So if we have just mushed up dates in a bowl, it might be really, really sweet, like too sweet. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our apple. We're going to wash it, of course. We're going to dry it. And we're going to take off our sticker. And then with a knife, you have to ask for help from a grown-up. We're going to cut it in half. Okay? And we're going to cut it in half again. And we're going to take out the seeds. Okay? And what we're going to do now is we're going to take a grater and we're going to grate our apple up. I'm going to roll up my sleeves. And this just kind of helps balance our dates out so they're not super, super sweet. Sometimes when they're too sweet, it kind of hurts your teeth. And we'll get our and we're gonna keep grating. Sometimes it's hard to grate through the skin of the apple, but that's okay. This part we could just put it in the compost. And we're gonna get our other half of the apple. We're gonna cut out the core. And we're going to grate it also. So we want 1 whole apple to about 2 cups of dates. Whoops, that one went flying. You gotta be careful. Super messy, but it's okay, it will be worth it because we're gonna have delicious charoset. So charoset is on our Seder plate because it represents the mortar, which is kind of like cement that was used to build the pyramids back when the Israelites were slaves in Egypt. So we got all of our apple now. Just gonna tidy up. Okay. And we're gonna take our apple and we're gonna squeeze out some of the juice, and I'm gonna show you how much juice is in here. Whoa, that's a lot of juice, and that's a whole apple grated. And I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna mix it up into our dates. So it's really important to stay clean while you're cooking. Okay, so we're gonna mix up our dates and our apple. Very hard to do. So I'm gonna do it here and I'm gonna show you. We're gonna mix those up. Mix, mix, mix. Amazing. If you find that it's super stiff, you can add some wine, grape juice, or any juice that you have at home. So we want something that's nice and crunchy, so I'm going to use almonds. If you can't have almonds, you can use sunflower seeds or pumpkin seeds or maybe another nut that you might not be allergic to. If you can't have any of those, you don't have to put in any nuts. You can use some pomegranate seeds, which will give a nice crunchy flavor. So I'm just going to chop these up. And again, you got to be very careful when using a knife. Ask a grown-up to help you. Okay? And if you have cut up nuts already, you can use those too. And I toasted mine a little. So if you guys remember, chet is the 8th letter in the Hebrew alphabet. Because we have Aleph, Bet, Gimel, Daled, Hey, Vav, Zayin, Chet. So once we have our almonds chopped up, we're going to add them to our mixture. They're going to be delicious. And I'm going to add some cinnamon to make them super extra delicious. And give it a good mix. And there you go. You have charoset. So the way that we're going to test to see if it's true charoset is we're going to build a pyramid with it. And I'll show you how that works. I'm going to take a little bit of charoset, put it on the bottom here, and put some there. And we're going to get a little bit more. And if I can build a pyramid, then you got a good recipe. What do you guys think? That looks like a good pyramid to me. And then what you get to do afterwards is eat it. See you guys on Wednesday.